What's up, everyone? It's What's Up, Cat the Gamer. We are back with some more trails through Daybreak 2. Hope y'all are doing well. We're gonna go ahead and just get right back into it. So now, Leon and Celeste have joined the party. You actually get to actually mess with their equipment and stuff. It took me a minute. I had to really like set them up kind of how I wanted them. It's a little tough in the beginning of this game. You don't really get a lot. You have to keep kind of buying the same quartz, and I guess I'll be able to do more after I get further into the game. But we're gonna just continue on the rest of the game. I think we got to go over there to speak to Gotti before we head to Club Barracuda. I think this was the last one. But we're gonna go ahead and take care of the quest in this one. I don't think we have any connect. Yeah. So I think there's a couple of quests though. We're gonna go ahead and get those. Hope y'all doing well. If you're new to the channel, tap that like button and subscribe if you haven't. Man, I think I recently got like 12 new subscribers in like the last like 2 or 3 weeks, and man, it's pretty cool to see that. And I hope y'all enjoying the content. I'm gonna go ahead and just kick it off. So we got a friend gone missing. Help! It's been forever since I've seen our friend. Meet us at the church, and we'll tell you the rest. Tony and Mina. Interesting. Looks like there's one more. Monster at the Mesolodon branch. At some point during yesterday's chaos, an experiment was released somewhere in the Z Arms branch office basement level, specifically the server room. Clean it up before the police move in. DL. The hell is DL? Okay. The initials are DL. Do you think it's... Oh, okay, it's gotta be Grammy. Add to the Phantom Thief name. Keep distractions in your surroundings to a minimum. Basically, she's telling me I wasn't thorough enough. I see. I guess we can sneak our way back in for when we have some free time. And we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. At the matter, it is a brace of car. Who is that? Is that that is yeah. No? Wait, is that the dude that got hurt on the other one? Interesting. Given circumstances, it won't be long before the police raid the Z Arms branch. The issue here is that Arms was searching for something Armado had left behind, in which case we have an obligation to follow up. Right, any business the guild of unfinished is our responsibility to solve. It really gives us an edge having you here to help Kirchheim. I deserve your acclaim. Not when I couldn't even protect anyone. That's right. That's the guy. Okay. Having said that, the best way to ensure he can rest in peace is to put an end to Armada once and for all. This guy's the bracer from Maracion that Armada did a number on last year. Yeah, and I think like the other guy died, and he was the guy that was in the bed, like continuously blaming himself for the whole thing. It's great to see him back in the field. What's not so great though is that the braces are starting to catch on. We better pick up the pace.
Alrighty.
Alright. We're just gonna head right on over here. I don't know if we have time to do another movie. I'm gonna see if we do. Yeah. That will figure.
This is art.
What's it? This is art. Seeing a day like this gives a whole different punch. The girl is talented. Whoever did this has style. Yeah, I like it. So I know if you go... Yeah, I thought that would mess things up, but no. So if you go all the way over here, I think the girls, the fishing chicks are down here. If you speak to them, they give you bait. Everything okay, Makino? You look pretty bushy. because Shannon and I stayed up last night. She's still snoozing away in our room. I couldn't have woken her up with a jackhammer. Well, as long as you had a good time, long trips like these are meant to be enjoyed. Catching the fish we were after took everything out of us yesterday. I think we can afford to give ourselves a break. True. It might be fun to just wander around town and take in the sights. I'm curious about the movie they're filming too. Maybe they won't care if we watch from a distance. Oh hey Van, you guys are pretty hard at work early today. I don't remember seeing those two in church clothes yesterday. They off to a costume party? Costume? I'm a full-on bona fide sister, brother. It's kind of a long story. Fair enough. Anyway, here's something to help you unwind. Get a moment to spare. Alright. This is fishing bait, right? Thank you very much. You got some bait? Bait. I do not understand all of a sudden where the snow came from. That was very weird. So, I don't know. I'm trying to get too close and end up triggering the scene, but I guess you gotta speak to Gotti in order for that to happen. We'll cut right through here though. And
Okay. The next ship should be.
if you can talk to Nate right here. He's pissed off because they won't let him into the building. But if we check over here, looks like all the entrance exits are blocked off, but all the blockades inside are still unlocked. Alright, as long as we use the ducts, we should be able to reach the server room. Okay, let's get moving. So we just get a little shortcut right here. And I will say before doing this, just because, you know, you never know. You can get your ass kicked on this game. Oh yeah. I am going to, can I not do it here? Interesting. I was going to turn the difficulty up, but I guess you're stuck in this. I'll see if there's a way I'll turn it up, probably on the other screen. Well, let me just go to the title. And yeah, it won't let you change it. Well, that sucks. I thought I could. Well, the reason why I wanted to change it was because you do get to build up quite a bit by going to the garden, and those fights felt a little easy. I don't want the game to be like super easy. Alright, well, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and tackle this monster. I fear some foes prowling around.
There are so many of them! Look out!
Transforming into Grimcat. What? They just now putting this up? What? Oh, that's what that means. Okay, I did just learn something new. I thought that I thought when it said add magic damage that she got her magic got better. But it really adds elemental damage to her normal attacks and crafts. Well, I didn't know that, so I guess I did just learn something new. Damn. Now I feel real stupid. Yeah, but I don't know. For we've been watching.
Get ready to die.
Well, damn, Celeste. She is tripping.
Pressure him and move in.
Oh, I don't have a boost.
Take that!
Damn, how the hell did he get
You're
two attacks?
freaking dead.
Well, damn. Okay. All right, so we get our first look at at them. I'm gonna run through all their moves.
There. Ain't letting you out of my sight.
Damn. So every attack that she does as a burn. Dual arts. Yeah, he does this is something new I saw the other day. Dual arts with 2 elemental infinities, cosmic thrust. I saw this the other day and I ended up getting one. So this is actually pretty cool. Basically 2 elements combined into one. And I think he has one. That one, and I think his 3rd level has one. So we'll see what this cosmic thrust does.
Goddess.
Don't like the fact that it only attacks one person though. So that sucks.
I prowl in the night. There's nothing I can't swipe. Spring cat coming your way. Now or never.
You'd think that they would have told you that shit though, like in the beginning.
Activating skill.
Well, that's not good.
Placing shield.
Well, damn. Okay, motherfuckers.
It's over. You're crushed.
You will regret that.
All right. So every attack, of course, that he does is it has a freeze attached to it. Everything that they do has a particular element.
Activating skill.
Hadn't seen that with the Growl's Ritter. They are powerful. She can't do anything.
Dream on! Now's our time to shine.
All right, let's check out Surtur's Judgment.
Take them down, please.
Go to hell!
Damn.
You'll
Badass.
be sorry.
Oh shit, still can't move.
I'll
Damn,
protect you.
we missing all these damn attacks.
Got your number.
And gel side.
Lay on the pain, Leon.
Freeze. Genocide! Shoot it!
Dream on! Keep it going!
She is still stunned. And we'll hit this Ogun Orisha.
Take them down,
Hope
please.
you're ready to die.
Oh my god. Wow.
Oh, you got?
Upper hand.
You'll be sorry. Dream on! Finish him, Van!
That all you got?
It's time.
And let's see, Licorice or Licorice Radiata.
Activating skill.
Bloody death. It's written
Damn,
in
did
your
you just chop his head off?
Now or never!
Interesting.
Dream on!
Chance.
And
All you got? Take them down, Celise.
Come, steering seal.
oh, she doesn't have enough.
I would
He
exercise
does.
caution.
Come and get me.
Now or never! Dream on! Finish him, Van!
That all you got?
Now's our time to shine. Come and get me.
Now or never! Dream on!
You'll pay for that. Like hell you all you got? Lay on the pain, Leon.
Alright.
Now, shall I pull out all the stops?
And Niflheim.
Activating skill.
Glacial steel of mine, shining from the abyss. Bring forth eternal serenity to a world stained with vice.
Damn.
Niflheim!
God damn.
Boost gauge limit raised.
You gotta hand it to him. It's a pretty dope move. fucking Iceman and shit. Iceman is sunspot up in here.
That takes care of that.
Mira deposit confirmed.
So I'm guessing we get gray, a little gray on there because we're operating outside of the law. All right. See, this is one of the reasons why, because you have these twilight drops, okay, and the twilight drops pretty much gets everybody like up to the level. It's just like on Reverie, you can boost people's levels and shit. But I was like, damn, it's kind of can break the game if like the difficulty ain't right. If you you know, if you really want to abuse it, like I can boost Van up here. Yeah, but it took about 10 of them to do it. You know, but I'm gonna use them more so to keep everybody like on par with each other, keep everybody leveled. I did get Revelation, didn't I? I don't even know who the fuck to put that on.
Want me to manage your quartz? Initiating maintenance. That's a single
I may
element
give it
slot.
to him.
That's a single element slot. You messing with your...
I'll gladly take the reins. That's a single element slot.
Could go on him. And I can get Avenging Arts. At least right now. Probably gonna end up giving it most likely to Agnes.
Single element slot accessed. Single element slot accessed.
It depends. Whatever gets her close to getting Seraphic Force. Doesn't look like that one does.
I'll gladly take the reins.
Yeah, it's
I'll
fire
gladly
and
take
earth.
the reins. That's a single element slot.
Initiating maintenance. That's a single element slot.
It'll only give him Forte. I think he.
Initiating maintenance.
I feel like he's all right without it.
Shifting to me. Initiate.
Sorry about the voices in the
messing with your
background.
quartz?
They do come in a little loud sometimes.
I'll gladly take the reins. That's a single element slot.
And I'm actually gonna put him back in the party.
Skills
Yeah,
updated.
I'll add it to
Suggest you
him.
take a look.
And we can only put it there and down here. Interesting. Damn, it still doesn't get him there? God damn. Sheesh, man.
Skills updated. I suggest you take a look.
Damn, that still doesn't get him Avenging Arts. Boy, that shit is ass. After all that, still can't get it. It's crazy as hell. Crap. I'm probably gonna keep it on him though.
Skills updated. I suggest you take a look.
Switching. Initiating maintenance. Switching to
I'll gladly take the reins.
switching to maintenance mode.
Okay.
I'll work my magic.
Switching.
I'll gladly take the reins.
All right. And they're all physical attackers, so I am going to switch him in place of Judith. We do need a magic person. So we took care of that.
Next ship should be.
And let me head back to the hotel.
This is awesome.
I wonder if I can get her to nope, I can do it in the same damn place.
Gotta keep this up.
I don't remember how many
I've
battles
been waiting for you.
before you can get. Okay, so we got 16 more battles. Okay. All right, let's move on to the second quest. We're looking for Tony and Mina that put out the request for us. Is that you too? I'm from Arkwright Solutions. We got your 4CG. Whoa, you really showed up. See, I told you it would work. They're cute kids. Do you mind if we explain our request? Sure, I'm all ears. Okay, well, the thing is, there's this boy who goes to Sunday school with us. His name's Jed. He can be a little rough around the edges sometimes. He skips school a bunch, gets into fights with other kids. Definitely sounds like a handful. Yeah, he really is. And no matter how many times the adults yell at him, he never listens. But none of that stuff means he's a bad person, you know. He just has a hard time expressing himself. Anyway, the problem is that Jed's, well, 3 years ago, he stopped coming to school. And we haven't really seen him since. He stopped coming without saying a word to anybody? That's what we think anyway. I know he's got a lot of stuff going on at home, but his dad hasn't reached out to anyone either. Then maybe he really is just skipping school. I don't think so. See, Jed might not like most things, but he does like me and Tony. That's why, whenever he skips classes, he'll come and out to play with us. But it's been 3 whole days since we've seen him. There's gotta be something wrong. I see. Can't blame you for being worried, honestly. Oh, right. The teachers have also been acting pretty weird today. I think they've been talking about Jed. But whenever we ask what they're talking about, they just say it's grown-up business and that we don't need to worry about it. How could they even say that to us? Jed's our friend. Anyway, that's why we decided to come to you for help. Can you please figure out what's going on with Jed? Look, I get that you really care about this kid, but I'm not so sure about this job is for Spriggan. You seriously about to turn down a little kid, Arkwright? What a shame. This seemed like a wonderful opportunity to witness the Spriggan in action for once. They gonna guilt him into doing it? Come on, Van. I get that this probably falls more into the Gills bucket, but I'm worried about their friend too. Wow, no pressure, right? This really isn't the kind of job I normally take, but it sounds like I'll have my hands full if I don't. Guess there's nothing to it but to do it. This is funny as shit. I wonder if you can still decline the shit. We'll take your request. Not sure if we'll be any help though. Awesome. Thank you so much. We'll start by talking to your Sunday school teachers first. Sounds like they know a thing or two about what happened to Jed. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I think they were having a meeting about him earlier. Father Krenz and Sister Olga are inside the chapel right now. If you find out anything, let us know as soon as possible. Will do.
Okay, time to get to work.
Interesting stuff going on here. All right, let's go see what's up. Hey, where the kid at? We don't have any proof, Olga, but we can't simply do nothing. I'm going to the police station to file a report. Sorry to interrupt, but we were wondering if we could ask you a few questions. Oh, yes, of course. What seems to be the problem? Well, you see, I'm a Spriggan, and we just got a request from a couple of kids that go to Sunday school here. They wanted us to look into their friend Jed is. They're worried about him. That must have been Tony and Mina. They ask about him every chance they get. I'm surprised they tried to hire Spriggan, though. I mean, no offense, but you should really let the church handle something like this. And I'm not sure how comfortable I feel sharing information on one of our children without a complete stranger. That's about the reaction I expected, honestly. It's way harder to do this sort of thing in Mastodon than it is in the capital, huh? I mean, practically everyone knows your face back at home. I'll vouch for them. They may not look it, but they're actually pretty trustworthy. Although, given Mr. Arkwright's exceptionally dubious character, your reaction is understandable. Leon just don't miss no opportunity to bust that dude's balls. Don't worry, if he does anything that would offend the goddess, we'll make sure he receives due punishment. He just want to fight, man. You really have it out for me, huh? Rose, are you with the congregation for the sacraments? Yeah, sorry for barging in on your conversation, but you were just saying something about filing a report. Why not ask these guys to help first? I'm surprised that you place so much trust in them. Personally, I still have my reservations, but, well, maybe this is Adios' will. So you let us handle it? Yes, we would be happy to have your assistance. First, let me explain. As you know, Jed hasn't been to school in 3 days, despite us trying to keep an eye on him. Having heard nothing from the boy, we made a trip to his house this morning to see what was going on. When we did, however, we were surprised to hear that he simply never come home in the first place. Oh, wow. Sounds like things are worse than we thought. So he's completely missing then. Yes, and yet Jed's father has said he had no intention of notifying the authorities. What kind of fucking father? His response to the matter was simply, I'm sure he'll come back eventually. But after that, he also said something to the effect of, he'll be sorry for putting me through all this. Sounds like he doesn't care at all about his son's safety. Talk about a rough home. Yes, we believe it's possible that Jet is being abused. We witnessed the father get upset with him on several occasions. He occasionally comes into school with injuries as well. Not the kind you expect from fighting with other kids either. Shit. However, his father claims they're all Jet's doing. He says he gets them while he's playing because he's so competitive and quick to get into fights with other children. Well, I mean, he ain't wrong. I know we just agreed to take the song, but maybe it's better if we leave this to the police. You think so too, then? I disagree. Yeah, going to the police is out of the question, for the moment at least. What are you talking about? That kid could be in serious trouble right now. Look, the cops are going to deal with this one of two ways. Either they send him back to his old man, or they place him in protective custody. Plus, if there's not enough evidence or Jed and his father have conflicting stories, and the investigation alone would take months. In other words, any potential resolution would be brought to a standstill. It would only serve to make things worse for Jed. That's true. I suppose that's true. That's why you should let us investigate first. I see what you mean. Didn't think you'd didn't think you'd ever thought that far ahead. It's just, I get why some kids would want to run away from home. Been through my own share of stuff in the past, after all. Well, I'm riding your coattails a little on this one, but I agree with you. What is Van talking about? He was an orphan too. That's it. You're welcome to put it in a report with the police. But would you mind waiting a bit? At least until we've had the chance to do our thing. Yes, of course, we understand. I guess our first stop would be Jed's house then. Oh, this should be good. It's the one right by the entrance to the back streets. Please do whatever you can to help him. Sure, we'll go see what we can find. Well. Okay, this must be the place. Yeah, sounds like the dad is going to be a real piece of work, though. Don't you think it'll be a little tough to get info from him? There's no way he won't be on guard with us. Yeah, I think it'd be best if we formed a plan first. You're actually starting to sound like a Spriggan. This is exactly what I've been looking forward to. It's almost like Leon just is trying to see if Van will earn his respect in some type of way. It's really weird. Well, first we should make sure that the ones doing the questioning are the least intimidating out of all of us. So that would be Katra and honestly Leon. He at least can come off like that, and most of the times when he's like hard up, it's just, it's kind of subtle still. But Celeste and Judith, probably not. I got a voice recorder here too, just in case. Also, I've got a job for Zeros. Okay, for Zeros? Well, I guess I don't mind, as long as you actually have a plan. Yeah, I'll take care of it when the time comes. Now let's get the show on the road. Really? He sent both of them? She's the last person in this entire group that you should have go talk to somebody like this. The last. Oh, I tell you. Considering we were traveling together anyway, I figured we might as well help him out. But how are we the least intimidating ones? He really thinks he can get away with pushing us around like this. Still, I do think he made the right call. We may as well resign ourselves to it and knock already. Okay, maybe it's because they're part of the church. He might get the impression that they're not gonna, do anything. Leon knocked on the door to Jed's house. Damn it! Now it's just starting to get a buzz going. What the fuck? Bro, day drinking? Ain't seen you around here before. You with the church? It's about my kid. I already covered it with the others. Pleased to meet you. We actually just started working with the church here in Macedon. We heard about Jed from the others. As his father, I'm sure you must be horribly distraught. So you see, we thought that perhaps we might be of some help. Yeah, that's right. we want to help look for Jed. Nah, don't bother yourself about it. I'm not sure if he's run away or what, but it's probably because I gave him a pretty harsh talking to a few days ago, meaning he whooped his ass. Give him a day or two, he always comes back. Huh? This isn't the first time he's run away. I mean, 3 days is a bit of a first, but otherwise, no. Why do I have to sit here and answer all these dumb questions anyway? Wish that broad I was dating never dropped them on me in the first place. I mean, all the kid ever does is mouth off, Doesn't clean, doesn't cook. If it weren't for the money I get for housing him, he wouldn't be worth a spit to me. He ought to be grateful he even has a roof over his head. So what is he, it's not his son? This man's every bit as unpleasant as we were led to believe. Can't believe. Huh? You got something you want to say to me, Missy? I said I can't believe what a lousy piece of shit you... I knew it. My goodness. Where are our manners? The sister here has a very peculiar tick, you see. It presents like verbal abuse on occasion. What are you trying to say? She got Tourette's? Huh? Seems like they're hanging on by a thread over there. Maybe it'll still work out. They seem pretty unhappy about it all. But choosing them was the right choice. He's less likely to be on guard with someone from the church. I mean, after the visit they had earlier, why wouldn't they send someone else over? Oh, would you look at that? I think they're wrapping up. I see. So they're not actually blood related. And the only reason he keeps him around is because of the welfare he gets from the government and the church. Shitty old bastard. Creeps like that make me sick. I didn't see any signs of a child in the house anywhere. Given the way his father was acting, it's likely he hasn't been back since he left. On a separate note, I admire your incredible willingness to voice work onto others, and truly an admirable quality for Spriggan. Yeah, sorry to throw you guys in the deep end like that. You were a big help. Alright, this next bit is up to our Zyphas and Zeros. You're talking about the scent of the house that you had Zeros pick up, right? We just need to have him compare it against any of the scents in the city using shard search. Think you can do that, Zeros? That was smart, get him to open up the door. Guess we're all set then. We'll take over from here. I guess we can let the clergy rest a bit. Of course, happy to oblige. Maybe this time we'll actually get to see you do something for once. Alright. Okay, well apparently we need to go all the way over here by the... Oh, there it is. Okay. I mean, did you even really need to follow the smoke here, though? I mean, it leads you right over here.
Something's there. Do a shard search.
It seems to be where the trail ends. Please don't tell me this child's dead in this dumpster. The fact that it led us to a trash can doesn't exactly fill me with relief, though. Yeah, talk about a bad omen. But I guess it leads the lead. Now let's see what's inside. Right, here we go. So that's all it was. Oh, thank the goddess. I was afraid we were gonna find a kid stuff in there. Me too. That would have been fucking crazy. But this game has been doing some crazy shit. You've watched too many thrillers, Judith. Although, I was also starting to get a little bit spooked. Let's see what's inside. An old mop, a scrub brush, and a large towel. All that. And there's also what looks like an old, worn-out set of kids' clothing in here. I assume Zeros must have picked up the scent on the clothes. I'm sure they're Jed's, but why were they thrown away? It seems we're gathered together pretty neatly. Doesn't feel like somebody's trying to dispose of evidence. Maybe whoever threw this stuff out just wanted to get Jed into a change of clothes. They are pretty dirty. Probably wanted the kid to clean up a bit. Do you think someone's trying to take care of him? Seems like a pretty likely possibility. The question is, who? We should be able to narrow it down based on the contents of the bag. Yeah, this doesn't really look like your typical family's trash. It probably came from one of the shops around here. In that case, maybe it was. Well, I'm probably gonna say the bathhouse. Yeah, because it got me thinking, like, why would he be changing, like, and then getting rid of the clothes? I mean, souvenir store and the Orbital factory are not really gonna, like, it really doesn't make sense to choose them. The bathhouse. Whoever works there definitely knows where Jed is. Oh, that makes sense. A bathhouse would totally have those items. You're right. Hadn't even thought about it. I take it that means that we have our next stop, yes? Yeah. Let's go see what they have to say. Yay! We got it right. I mean, if you listen to the what they said, it was
Nothing like a good hot
obvious.
bath.
Nothing beats a hot bath.
Oh no. Excuse me, ma'am. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Oh, certainly. What would you like to know? You're not taking care of a child here by any chance, are you? We're looking for a little boy named Jed. May I ask why you're looking for him? Spoke with a few people at the chapel who were worried about him. They haven't seen him for 3 days now. Yeah, and we promised we'd do whatever we could to find him. Is there any way we can convince you to trust us? No, it's alright. It's plain to see you're good folk. However, I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you three. Jed just ran off a few minutes ago. The boy practically burst out of the doors like his tail was on fire. Did something happen? Well, you see, maybe it's best I start from the beginning. If you don't mind. I've been worried about that boy for a while. You see, his father is far from being a good man. Some time back, I even saw him push the kid to steal something from the souvenir store. Then, 3 days ago, I noticed him wandering around by himself at night. I called out to him, and I noticed that his cheeks were swollen, like he'd been beaten. I figured I would patch him up a bit. So, that's how he ended up staying here with you. Yeah, it's time for this dad to, like, catch some hands, bro. Must mean you're the one who had him change to a different set of clothes. You knew about all that? Yes, that was me. I was lucky enough to have some clothes around his size that were usually reserved for some customers. So I had him change into those, then gave him a meal that'd be easy on his stomach. It's very kind of you, ma'am. Sure explains what he's been up to the last 3 days. Which leads us back to him running out of here a minute ago, right? He certainly seems to be feeling better. You see, I was thinking of asking him if he'd like to stay here permanently. You want to be his legal guardian? I'm impressed that you'd be willing to take on that kind of responsibility. Well, my husband passed away, and my only son is living elsewhere with his own family. I hardly know what to do with myself if I don't have someone to look after. And in the end, it just wouldn't sit right with me if I sent them back to that awful father of his. You won't find any disagreement here. I was in the middle of asking him what he thought of me taking him in, but that's when he up and ran off. I'm sure you probably just need some time to think it over. Well, I think you painted a pretty clear picture. Sounds like Jed probably hasn't gone too far either. Oh, I'm sure he's nearby. He's probably over by the lighthouse. I'm a bit worried about him catching a cold in the weather, though. If you don't mind, would you be willing to go check on him for me? Of course. It'd be no problem. Well, guess we're finally meeting Jed. Let's go. It's crazy. She talked like at first she didn't even know where the hell he went. Then all of a sudden she's like, oh, he probably just ran in the lighthouse. I was like, well, damn, okay. Sure got cold out here. Hey, why long face, kid? Who are you? It's none of your business. Actually, it's very much our business. We were planning to take a bath over at the bathhouse, but the old lady at the counter was in a bit of a tizzy. We asked her if there was a problem, and she said she was so worried about the little boy who ran out that she just couldn't focus on work. Huh? I didn't realize. So, are you this Jed she was talking about? If something's bothering you, why don't we talk it out? Otherwise, we might never get it to take a dip in the bath. That's an interesting approach. He seems very well versed in dealing with kids, too. The thing is, that old lady asked me if I wanted to stay with her. She gave me these new clothes and fed me a ton of food. What does it say on the shirt? God's mind crimes. I can't really make it out. I didn't know what to think of that at first, but it was way better than anything I've ever had at home. Sounds pretty great to me. Why not give it a try for a while? Give it a try? How do you expect me to do that, huh? If I did, it'd be like I was running away from my dad. This isn't a matter of pride, though. If he's treating you poorly, it's okay to run away, don't you think? That's the coward's way out, and I'm no coward. I've never lost a fight. What you gonna do, whoop the man ass? He obviously don't want you there. But this old lady, sure, she treats me like I'm her kid right now, but it's all just for show. She's got to be just like my old man. She just wants me for the mirror. Do you really believe that? No, he just telling himself that. Yeah, of course I do. All grown-ups are just liars and phonies. She almost had me fooled, too. Glad I came here to cool my head. You came out here to cool your head, and that's your answer? You're an even bigger fool than I thought. He's got you so screwed up that you don't even know how to accept a little human decency. Hey, don't you think she's getting a little too harsh? Hell no, let her talk. Yeah, she's really laying into him, as she should. Nah, let's let her handle this one. Why do you gotta yell at me like that? You're just like my old man. Listen, do you know why I'm so angry? It's because you said something wrong, and I think you know what it was. What do you mean? You know exactly what I mean. That old lady is genuinely worried about you. She wants to help you however she can. She doesn't deserve to have her feelings spat on just because you think she's in it for the mirror or whatever. Why are you saying all this? I know I overdid it by saying all that stuff a minute ago. And I know she's really actually really nice. It's just, if I went to live with her, I'd have to explain it to my old man. Look, I don't know what your dad will say if you try to leave, but it sounds to me like you want to take the old lady up on her offer, and you're too scared of what your dad would do. What you're missing is the courage to be honest with yourself. If you want to leave home, maybe tell some adults how you're feeling instead of trying to deal with it all on your own. Us, that old lady, and the people at the church, we're all here to help you. You said you never lost a fight, right? Well, you don't have to lose this one either. Okay, I'll try. That's the spirit. See? You can do anything if you put your mind to it. I wasn't sure that was going to turn out so well for a minute there, but it looks like all well ends well. Yeah, that's one more case in the bag. That's the delinquent sister for you. Indeed, she's a lot kinder than she lets on, if a bit of a busybody. I'm a busybody. Alright, let's head back. I know I got a little steam there, but I'll leave the rest of you spriggan. Hey, no harm done. Alright then, Let's go and get Angela, and we'll head over to the chapel and talk everything over. And so they went back to get Angela, then headed back to the chapel. They finna get in his ass. Tony and Mina gave Jet a bit of a scolding, but the three were more than happy to be reunited. In the meantime, Van and the others sat down with the head of the church, Vicar Rodion, to discuss Jed's future. And that's why I decided to take the boy in. If possible, I'd like to become his guardian so that he can continue to live with me. I'm sure this would have gone much smoother if I consulted the church first. Very sorry for all the trouble. There's no need for an apology. Some of the blame lies with us for not doing more in the beginning. I actually agree with him. Besides, it should be relatively simple to register him with your name and household. Considering it also sounds like that's Jed's wish, I said we can go ahead and start moving things in that direction. Sorry about that. The real problem is what to do about the old man. Yeah, that's going to be the most critical part. You make it sound like you already got a plan in your mind. You gonna share with the class? Yes. If that's true, we certainly like to hear it. The way I see it, we got two options. The first option would be to hand him over to the police. And the second option, we don't turn him in at all. Wouldn't handing him over to the police be the obvious choice? I think so too. We already have a testimony from Angela, the boy himself, that he was being abused. We even have those recorded statements from when we spoke to the father earlier. He should be held accountable for what he's done. Even if he is brought in, his case won't be tried as a serious crime. If Jed was harmed to the point of nearly being killed, that would be a different story. But because he's mostly been able to attend school regularly, there's a likelihood that his father could get off with a light sentence. If that's the case, then we can understand why we wouldn't want to get. I can understand why we wouldn't want to get the police involved. But you don't plan to let the father get off scot-free either, right? Right. I'm gonna have him sign a contract. I'll guarantee that he not only leaves Messeldon, but that he never makes contact with Jed again. Well, it certainly won't be a loss for the community. And if we threaten to expose his other crimes to the police upon a breach contract, he should have no issue agreeing to our terms. That's a pretty good idea. But it also means that Jerk won't have to face judgment. He can just start a new life somewhere else, like it's no big deal. Even thinking about it pisses me off. I think the most important, we make sure that he adheres to the contract. And to be frank, I'm not totally convinced we'll be able to get him to sign. I suppose we'll just have to rely on Spriggan's experience once more. I imagine there's no clear solution this time. You're all much more closely to Jed's concerns than we are, so I'd like you to take your perspective into account on the matter. I guess it's up to you, Van. Well, if you want my opinion, maybe we should turn him over to the police so he actually had to pay for his crimes. Or do we let him off with signing a contract? Tough here. Could get him to leave and not like mess with the kid, like with the contract, or we can hand him over to the police. You know what? No, fuck that. He going to the police. He beat on that kid and abuse him like that, and then talk all that shit about him. Yeah, we hand his ass to the police. If it were me, I'd turn him over to the police. Granted, he may be back on the streets in a few years anyway, And that's even if they lock him up at all. Still, I think he deserves to get raked over the coals. Hopefully, he'll get a proper punishment for his crimes. I see where you're coming from. You make a very convincing argument. Very well. The church will move forward as you suggested. Soon after, word was sent to the police, who then would see Jed's father. After doing some questioning around the neighborhood, it was made clear without a doubt there was ongoing child abuse. Jed's father was quickly placed on arrest on suspicion of neglect and abuse of a minor.
That's one job behind us.
I'm with it.
Deposit confirmed.
That dude was trash, bro. We got chaos for that? Well, damn. Okay. Alright, I guess. Alright, I just felt like he deserved to go to jail for that. Like, just getting away with beating on that kid like that, like, could have seriously hurt that kid. You know, it's uncalled for. But that's just me. Sorry, I got kids, so it's tough. And I get on my kids' case, and there are times where I've had to punish them and stuff like that, but I don't, like, abuse my kids. That shit's crazy. You know, kids are kids. But anyway, we're going to end right here, and when we come back, we will be going on with the rest of the game. I think it's only the 2 quests, so we'll be going on with the rest of the story stuff after this. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I appreciate all the subscribers, new subscribers, old. If you're new to the channel, tap that like button, subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate all y'all. Liking the video really helps the algorithm, helps fight the algorithm. Please tap that like button. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.